Hello everyone and welcome back to Newegg TV. I'm Steve, and today joining us in studio is none other than Troy Brown from Kwikset. He's the Senior Electrical Engineer. How are you doing today?
Great, glad to be here.
Excellent. So I know you guys have a new product, the Kevo. What is this product?
This is the latest innovation from Kwikset. It's a Bluetooth touch-activated deadbolt.
So it's a little this little demo device here that we'll be using later to show everybody how it works, but it looks very in-depth. I like this. Can we open this box up and show everybody about
Definitely.
What comes inside?
Let's do an unboxing. Everything you need to get started is in there.
Okay, fantastic. All right, well, let me first start by showing you guys the front of the box here, where you can see one of the 3 available colors. Troy, what can you tell me about the other colors?
So this is called Venetian bronze, and what you see here is satin nickel, and this is our lifetime bright brass.
Okay, fantastic. So 3 different colors to choose from. That's always nice. You did already mention that it's Bluetooth enabled. Bluetooth, what version?
This is Bluetooth Smart. So that's the renaming of Bluetooth 4.0, or also known as BLE. And it's the latest version of Bluetooth. Unlike the old classic Bluetooth, this is much lower power. And so you can run it on your device and on your mobile device without worrying about running your batteries down.
That's awesome. Okay, great. Well, I'm just going to flip it around to the back here to show you guys the back of it. And as you were saying before, in terms of devices, you can use your smartphone as well. So that's nice, as well as being able to just touch this particular lock to unlock it. So it's almost working like a near-field communication, except it's using Bluetooth 4.0.
That's right. The benefit of this over near-field is that you can keep your phone in your pocket or the fob if you don't have a compatible phone, and you just walk up and you touch it. Whereas near-field, you would have to take your credential out of your pocket and have it within 10 centimeters.
Fantastic. Okay. And of course, like you said before, it does also work with the fob. And if you don't have a smartphone, then you can definitely just use that as well. Also, it has to have a traditional key as well, maybe as a fallback, or? That's
right. It still comes with the traditional key, so if you have people that are uncomfortable with a smartphone, not everyone has a smartphone, and if you don't have a key fob, the key fobs are really great for kids or for if you have an older parent that doesn't want to deal with a smartphone, then you can always use your traditional key. Everyone still likes to keep a traditional key hidden under a rock somewhere.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. All right. Let me go ahead and open up this box actually and show you guys the inside of it.
All right.
Nice little sleeve here. I think you said in the retail box it'll actually be shrink wrapped.
That's correct.
Okay. Open this up. Oh, it's actually well packaged. I'll show you guys here how that actually looks. And I'll just remove this off.
That's right.
As well as this. I'm just going to grab things inside and just pull them out and show them each one.
So inside there, that is the fob. So it comes with one fob, and just to give you a little peek at the fob, it's an active device, so it's an active BLE device. So it actually has a battery inside, a full transceiver, and an accelerometer to detect motion to save battery life.
Oh, fantastic. So if I just throw this in a drawer or something, the accelerometer is going to say, oh, there's no movement, it's stored somewhere.
That's right.
And so as soon as I pick it up, it'll, I'm guessing, turn it back on again?
That's right. Okay. And if you look at the very edge there, you'll see a little window for an LED. So that's going to indicate various things, but basically if the battery's getting low, that'll flash.
Okay, fantastic. Let me just flip through the next part. Let's see. Of course, it does need power, so you do give 4 AA batteries.
Batteries are included.
Okay. And this looks like the bigger portion of the device itself here.
So that's the interior of the door. So you have a turn piece there where you can manually lock or unlock from the inside. Okay. It is a motorized deadbolt, which means once you touch it, it'll just lock or unlock by itself.
Okay, I'm just going to flip around to the back so I actually see some more of the internals here. And I think this has a cover that just slides right off.
That's right.
Okay.
That just slides off there. There you go.
Nice little important warning. And also,
that's right. And inside that cover there, it'll show you some of the LED indications on the front. That's related to battery, so if there's a low battery, the top 2 will light up red, and so forth.
And then, so I'm guessing that you have quite a bit of time after that warning comes off before you can...
That's right.
It's not like an emergency battery change now.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, the battery life is estimated at 1 year based on usage, and you'll get an indication of low battery well before that.
Okay. So this is probably going to be printed later when you have a retail version, right?
Yeah, once it fully launches, we have a printed version of that along with a QR code that you could scan with your phone. If you ever lose the manual, you can scan the back of that and get the manual online.
Great. Well, let me just go ahead and pull the next piece out here.
Okay.
Put this off to the side. And this is the actual, oh, look at that.
That's right. So this is the exterior, so this is the part on the outside of the door. If you look, there's only 2 cables that go through and connect to the interior. Very easy to install, under 5 minutes. Kwikset started by a really quick installation lock, and it's true to the name. It's very quick to install.
Okay, so let me just grab the next piece here.
Yeah. So that's actually the Kwikset latch. So if you notice on this latch, let me just see that for a quick second.
Sure.
This latch, whenever it extends, it has it's called a tapered deadbolt, and so that helps if your door is out of alignment or as the weather changes and your door shifts slightly. This tapered deadbolt allows it to line up properly.
Oh, excellent. Okay,
Yeah.
so just one more thing that the engineers and you guys thought of to make sure that this would work in all situations.
That's right.
Okay, and then I see a lot more hardware in here. Let's bring this back over to show you. Looks like
Yeah, all the
more
installation
screws.
hardware is there.
Okay, and looks like a couple keys as well.
Correct.
Okay. And this is the reset, I think it was?
Yeah, so this is for the Kwikset Smart Key. All of the Kevo products do include the Kwikset Smart Key, and that allows you to rekey your lock in just a matter of seconds.
Okay, perfect. I don't believe that there's anything else inside. Oh, no, there's plenty more paperwork in here, so just open this up real quick. What's this?
So that's what I was talking about with the QR code. So the installation manuals are in there. We made it a really great user experience. I mean, this is a manual for people that don't like manuals. This is just an installation sheet, but I think if you peek in there,
Yep.
the
Got
full
another one in
manual's
here.
in there.
All this other stuff out of there. Oh, yeah, there it is right there.
If you just want to kind of flip through it, it's very visual, very easy to use. Again, if you don't like manuals, I think you'll like this one because it's just really easy to go through.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a perfect page because that shows all the possible indications that the front of the Kwikset can give you. It has a lot of different animations that over time you'll learn and become accustomed to. And
I mean, the most important thing is probably the color, right? I mean,
That's
essentially, blue is it's thinking, right? And then green means it's unlocked, and yellow means it's locked, and red means no entry.
correct.
Right. So here we have the installation manual, it looks like.
That's right. So this installation manual, very visual. If you don't like manuals, I think additionally you'll like this one. In addition to this manual, we also have a video that's step-by-step how to install it. Very easy to install. Again, less than 5 minutes, you can be up and going.
Okay, yeah. Continuing that theme of visual help for those who just don't want to grab the manual at all.
That's right.
So here we have, it looks like for fob users, how to create an account and register. This
That's
is just
right.
kind of setting you up again.
Yeah, if you don't have a smart device and you just want to use fobs only, you can also go on and register without a device, and that tells you how to do that.
Fantastic. So one last sheet of paper here. Actually, it's the one I already covered at the beginning. So that wraps the open box up. I'd actually like to see how this thing works real world. Can we do a quick demonstration and show people how it works?
Sure.
Okay, I do want to mention that you can purchase more fobs for this device. It does come with one in the box, as I showed you before, but if you have several kids in the home, or if you have people that don't have smartphones, this is a very inexpensive way to gain touch entry to the household using this device. So Troy, why don't you show us a little demo about how to get this set up?
Sure. So once you've got the Kevo installed on your door, the first step is to download the app. So the app comes to us from our development partner, Unikey, and I'll show you what they've done with the app and how we begin. So the first thing you do is you click on Set Up a Lock. You follow the instructions, go to Get Started. We will follow the instructions. You push this button, and you're going to hold your phone up. Now right here it's creating the E-key, it's going up to our servers, doing all the magic in the background. Name your lock, we're going to name this one Newegg. Demo. Oh,
That's all right. Misspellings aside, it's just.
how about just Newegg?
Yeah.
There we go. Done. Complete setup. All right, your lock is now set up. Now I can show you how we calibrate this.
Sure.
Typically this would be done, on a full-size door, and we'd be standing up and things, but just
Phone
to
in
run
my
through
pocket
it.
or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay.
And this is going to help us with our front-to-back decision-making, and also for it just to get used to where you usually hold your phone, so you don't have to take it out of your pocket.
So you're telling me this particular lock is intelligent enough to tell which side of the door you're standing on?
That's right, and that's some of the what makes it unique from some of the others out there, is that it has dual antennas, and we'll get into the technical details in just a little bit, but it can tell that. So you click on Get Started. You're going to click the button to calibrate. So press this button. Hold your phone up there. It's going to walk you through this. So I'm going to turn this around. You'll see that it's green. So typically what you would do here is you would put your device to sleep. You would put it in your pocket. You're going to stand outside your door and you're going to touch this 3 times. And what that's going to do is it's going to sample where you're at. It's going to get accustomed to how you typically use it.
Okay.
Okay. So calibration done. And now it's set up. So it shows up in my list of locks there. You can see Newegg under owner. I can click on that and I can get into configuration now.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So now that it's also installed, you should be able to click on it and it'll lock or unlock for you. So the next thing I wanted to show you was, now that we're set up with the lock, just how convenient the touch actually is. So if you look, the outside of the lock here is touch sensitive. And if you just touch it, it'll open and close. But it's also set up for, I mean, really any part of your body. So it's great if you're holding groceries, you're holding hardware, you're holding babies, or coffee, you can just walk up and you just kind of bump it, and it's going to open and close for you.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a lot of scenarios where that's really helpful.
Yeah, no kidding. I can imagine. You know, anytime your hands are full, there's so many times I'm walking to the door and my wife doesn't hear me like yelling and headbutting the door as I knock.
Exactly. No more taking anything out of your pocket or fumbling for keys.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you said you want to be able to transfer that too. So you can basically take access to this door and electronically transfer it to someone else.
That's right. That's one of the key features of the Kevo. So I can take in my app, we'll set you up and I will send you a key.
Okay, actually, can we do that right now?
Let's do it. It might just take a quick second.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead.
All right. So inside of the app, I would just click on the plus sign here and I would add you. So I would pick the lock. I'm going to pick this lock. Key type, I'm going to give you administrator rights to this lock, or I could give you just anytime rights.
What would be the difference between those two?
An administrator would have the ability to send keys on to other people as well and do some more administrator functions, where an anytime key would be just a normal user, and then you can revoke and set up times for them. And that sort of thing.
So like a maid service, or you know,
Exactly.
someone coming to the house that doesn't normally come to the house.
Right.
You can set a certain time up if you want to be that stringent on the rules.
Exactly.
Very cool. A lot of control.
And then recipient, I could just click you in here. There we go. And I'll hit send key. Are you sure you want to send it? Yes.
Cool.
Key sent. And you should be receiving a key momentarily.
Actually, I did, and I already clicked it before accepting it. I've already installed the app, as you guys can see here, so that's the only other step you'd want to do prior. Now, I just want to ask one question too. We're both on iOS devices.
Right.
Is there anything for the Droid?
There is. So it's coming.
Okay.
So our developers are waiting for the next version of Android to come out. I think everybody's waiting for the BLE API to become available.
Okay.
They said this summer sometime, so we're just
just
eagerly awaiting.
Limitation on Android, as soon as they release the API, you guys are on it. It'll be coming out. Oh, fantastic.
Programmers are standing by to port it over.
Okay, great. Yeah. All right, so then from this point, what would I do next, Troy?
So now that you have access to this lock, you would go into your keys and make sure that you've accepted that lock. So you have a pending key there. So click on that.
Click on that.
And now you're just going to click on accept key.
Okay.
There you go. Now you also have access.
Okay.
So just to verify that it's talking to your phone, I'll put mine into airplane mode.
Okay. Then it can only come from my phone.
Yeah, that's right.
Of course, my Bluetooth's already on.
Okay.
And I'm just going to tap it then.
Okay.
I feel it vibrate.
Did you feel it?
Yeah.
All right. That first one's on authentication.
Ah, gotcha.
And that's just on this particular unit because it's still a beta unit.
Oh, okay. But then later it won't do that. It'll just be pretty just quickly and go right through. Excellent. All right. Looks like it's working pretty good. And the phone once again vibrates every time. So I'm guessing if this was in my pocket, I'd know that it was operating right away. Just both in my pocket as well as right here.
It's kind of nice to have that vibration there.
Yeah. Just
so
a little
as you
extra.
approach it, you just know that things are talking.
So I mean, it works great. So Troy, I mean, what else can you tell me about the digital side of this?
Yeah, so I just sent you what's called an e-key, and so out of the box it comes with 2 e-keys. So I use one of those on my device, and I use the other one on your device. Okay. And what's really cool is through the app you can purchase more through the app, just one-time purchase to send additional e-keys to anybody, like from a dog walker to a family member, or whoever else you might want to send an e-key to.
So digitally I can be at work and say, oh, you were supposed to come Thursday, not Wednesday, but that's okay, let me just send you a key real quick.
That's right.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And then on top of that, you also get 2, I guess, physical keys inside the box.
That's right.
And then 1 fob, right?
1 fob. And, right. And like we said, you can buy additional fobs as well.
I'm just curious, have you guys investigated the hackability of this particular product?
We have. Like I said before, I mean, we're Kwikset #1 lock manufacturer in North America. Not only are we looking at the physical security and how bump-proof and pick-resistant that it is, we're also looking at the electronic side. So we've partnered, well, even before our partnerships, let me tell you about, we use the existing BLE security, so it uses AES 128. Up top of that, we've implemented full authentication. So there's challenge response, PKI, that's in there.
Nice.
And it all depends on the implementation of that security as well. Like any security system, you don't want to rely just on the encryption, but the implementation of that. So what we've done is we've partnered with some of just world-class white hat and black hat community.
Nice.
And we've had them evaluate the architecture. We're having them continually evaluate the performance of the device and look at any kind of new attacks, new attack vectors that come out. And we can actually push updates to this lock. So if a new attack does come out against any of the encryption methods that we use, then we can push an update down to our users.
So they're constantly vetting this, basically, and constantly testing it and putting it through its paces. I'm curious, how would you get the update to the device?
Great question. So if a new version of firmware comes out for the device, what you can do is it will come through an app update. So the app will notify you that, hey, there's a new update available, and then you literally sit the phone down next to the lock, and it'll push the firmware update, and it'll give you indication of how it's going.
Okay, wow. So basically, the phone itself is the internet-connected device. It downloads constantly new updates.
Correct.
And then over time, it'll give you a notification that there needs to be a firmware update to the device. And
That's right.
And just push it up to it, and you'll follow whatever steps are necessary for that.
Yeah, and as new features and functionality comes out, we'll also push that to the app as well.
So I have one last question, actually, concerned back to security. I'm just wondering, someone knocks on my door, and I have the fob or anything else in my pocket, and I walk to the door to see who it is, not to open it.
Right.
I mean, what's to stop that person from just tapping it and going right in?
Yeah, that's a good question. So working with our partner Unikey, they actually have a patented proprietary technology that we've integrated into Kevo where we have multi-antennas on the front and the back. So we can actually detect if you have your phone in your pocket and you're inside and somebody taps on the outside, it'll detect whether you're inside or outside. So it will then notify you that through the vibration that someone, one, is messing with your door on the front.
Okay.
And then what they'll see is they just won't get a response.
Okay. They won't even see the red light or anything?
Well, they'll see it spin, because every time you touch it, you will see it spin like it's thinking, but they won't get a response that, hey, he's in the house or he's not in the house. It'll just spin and go blank.
So what else do you have to show us concerning with the hardware?
Well, if you want to just kind of walk through the hardware, here on the exterior, I mean, there's really a lot of hardware packed into what you see. So we have the touch surface, which is this whole outside piece. And so that's integrated to a touch sensor inside of the exterior of the lock. We also have RGB LEDs on the outside inside of this light pipe. There's the forward-facing antenna that I was just talking about. So that's sandwiched in there. And then we also have the smart key. And so the smart key is the actual where you put the key in there.
And what exactly is smart key?
Well, let's show you. Because what is really cool about smart key is it allows you to rekey your lock without taking it all apart, and you can do it in a matter of seconds. And that comes in handy in situations where you gave someone a key and you're not sure about it and you want to rekey your lock, but you don't necessarily want to take it all off the door. You can just take this little tool that comes with the lock and we can rekey it. So right now, if you look, this works with this key, right?
Right.
And you can see that it does not work with this other set of keys that you have.
Okay.
So what you can do is you just put in your smart key and you turn it that way. You
like 90 degrees to the right.
Just a little 90-degree turn, and you push this right in there. Then you take this one out and you put in the new key. And once you put in the new key, then it's now keyed to this. And your old keys that you gave to that old roommate that you don't want coming in anymore, they don't work anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually really phenomenal.
And that's really just one scenario, because really what else you can do with it is if you have a whole lot of different Kwikset smart keys around your home, you can key them all to one single key.
Oh,
so then you only have to carry that one key for all your doors.
For every single thing.
You don't have to have a huge keychain and have to fumble through which key is what.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
So that's all the components. I mean, it seems pretty neat, but I mean, what else can you tell me in terms of how sturdy this is? Because a lot of electronics are not really so
right. So one thing we pride ourselves on is really just our test setup. I mean, we've been doing locks for a real long time, and if you look at how we test them, I mean, not only the finish, we offer a lifetime warranty on our finish.
Okay.
And so the finish testing, it goes through a whole extensive list of different tests, salt spray, that sort of thing. We also have on the electronics themselves, you know, for heat, humidity, water, you know, what if it's raining outside? Those are all things we had to think about. So we put it through some extensive testing on that side. And then cycles. So how many cycles are you going to get out of this? We have very stringent cycle tests that has to go through X amount, 1,000 cycles within a battery pack.
Okay, so what about the warranty for this thing?
Yes, so on the finish, we have a lifetime warranty on the finish. If it fades, anything like that. We have a lifetime on all the mechanicals inside of it, and 1 year on the electronics.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that wraps up this video with Kwikset. And Troy Brown, thank you so much for coming in
Thanks
here.
for having me.
Yeah, no problem. When is this all going to be available?
So this is available right now for pre-order on Newegg.com.
Nice.
And then we'll be shipping September, October.
Okay, wow. Well, look forward to this, guys. If this is what you're in the market for, I definitely recommend it. I think you guys have a lot of fun with it. If you like this video, go ahead and click the like button. If you haven't already done so, click subscribe, and we'll definitely see you soon.